Yeah, we got all these cords and stuff. We're still ratchet as hell. What is up, guys? We are watching the end of the Golden State and the Nuggets game. The Warriors and the Nuggets. And this is Kickback episode 3 of season 2.
Season 2, episode 3.
So glad I'm here. So glad I made it to this Monday.
Still killing it, dude. You had a pretty good weekend.
Had a pretty good weekend, but in
terms of, like, stocks, dude, today.
Yeah. No, I mean, we can start on Monday when I really got into this stock I've been watching. And we'll get into this on Friday when we make our first episode of Kickback Trades.
Absolutely.
But I've had a stock I've been watching since last fall, and I looked at it last week, multiple days, and I said, on a couple different platforms where I talk to some people that are doing trades and I follow some people's trades and stuff like that, and I said, this is the one. Like, I'm looking at it, this is like where it needs to be. We're following a pattern here. This is where it pops off. And this company is also turning itself around every day. Like, I'm just so excited for it. And then Friday, it actually started to gain traction, and it kind of moved a little bit. And I was so pumped because, like, it was still trying to move over the weekend. And then we hit Monday, and boys, I went 80% on the Robinhood portfolio.
Nice. You were telling me about that. You were telling me about it, and I was like, dude, I don't know. Didn't do it. Wish I did.
And I don't blame you for not doing it, for like staying out of it. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna talk about this on Friday a lot more in depth. But it felt so good to, like, I've been making smaller plays and stuff like that, and watching and learning, losing money. But this is the one that I've been really banking on, and that I've been like waiting for, and the signs were there. I took everything into account, and I moved a large sum of money in one portfolio, and I moved a medium sum and then a small sum in two different portfolios, and I was like, this is gonna happen. And so I made a good amount of money for me, you know.
Yeah.
I made a good amount of money for me, and then I set my portfolios up to secure profits and then ride it out to wherever it goes, and then I'll be watching it, of course, because I'm proud of my little baby company that's finally hitting its stride again on the stock market, and I hope it's not just temporary. But yeah, we'll go into that. I've had one banger of a day. Nothing like, if you guys ever get to experience one thing, make it putting a decent amount of money that is like a large like a gamble. Like, you wouldn't put $500 on a football game normally.
No.
But imagine putting like more than that into a company that you're just assuming, or not assuming, you're making an educated guess that it's going to succeed.
Yeah.
And then it does, because you can read all of the different factors that play into the stock market, and you're not just gambling anymore. You're not a retail investor. You know what you're doing. And there will never be a feeling quite like the one where you go, all right, this is the time, I'm in, and then it does it. I've only had that a few times. And this was like, it's been a while, you know?
Yeah.
Since Purely Me was like, I'm going off of my influences, I'm going off of my D&D, this is what's happening, and it ripped.
Yeah, and I can say that. That's so sick. Because every time I do that, not every time, but mostly, it just goes so badly. So badly. So to see that you can do it, and you're doing it,
it kind of gives you hope.
And it's like, dude, I can do this. I know. I just gotta sit down and do my shit.
It's I gotta say, it's been affecting my grades.
Yeah.
And I'm also gonna go ahead and say that. Oh, dude, we don't have. We're so stupid.
Why?
The light was good, but. What am I changing it to?
That one.
That one?
Yeah.
Go dimmer?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
These guys just had to watch that.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, sorry guys. We're not like we don't have a producer or anything. We're not professional, so we're just out here just setting up on a tripod ring light and stuff. But I mean, it is nice equipment.
So effective.
No, it is. I like it. If I could change anything, I would just move it to one side and then have like a standalone tripod for the camera, so that the light isn't direct and it's hitting, or like get two like that.
Yeah.
But that would be nice. Or maybe like if we figure out some more advanced like technicalities of lighting of room. I've watched a few videos on it, and it's like there's soft light, there's hard light, there's backdrop light, and like it's like you could literally aim a light at the ceiling over there, and it would like affect how the camera picks us up. And
That's nice.
yeah. And I was watching the video, and I was like, this seems like too much to take in like
Right.
while you're using the bathroom.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm only willing to spend so much time in there, and I will admit that it's longer than the average person, because I'll tough out through some like leg sleeps and stuff. But no, I mean,
Oh yeah.
the lighting theories and stuff like that, I was like, I'm gonna need to do some research and like take notes on this stuff. So
Yeah. That's smart.
But yeah, sorry, I got super distracted with the light. Taking stride, learning on the stock market. I actually had like these guys don't care. If they cared, they will watch the Friday episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we can cut it there.
No. Yeah. Absolutely.
Um,
Well, yeah.
but also, we've got a minute 40 left in the Golden State
Oh, they're
and
down.
Denver game, and they're down. What is that? 6 points.
Oh.
They were 105 to 111 with 9 minutes to go in the game, guys.
That's a high
And I
score.
was like, I looked at Trev and I was like, what is this, the All-Star game? Like,
yeah,
nobody's playing defense at all. And that's always how it goes. Defense buckles down in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, I haven't been like paying too close attention, but
It's not
It's
even
either-
worth. It's not worth watching an NBA game until the last 5 minutes.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
when anything happens.
yeah, unless it's a complete blowout. Dude, there's
Mhm.
been like 50-point blowouts
Mhm.
this season, which is ridiculous. How can a
Well, that's why you wait till the last quarter to tune in, because then you're like, you know if it's a game or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I mean, there's no point in them even playing the first half if they're not even going to play defense against each other the whole game, and then only buckle it down and play some ball in the last 5 minutes. That's what it seems like every time I turn the TV on and these guys are on.
Yeah. That or they're just offensively just popping off. Oh, Jamal.
We're just so like involved in this game right now. What a rebound, dude! Hit it, Steph. Dude, one
I like
time, take it to the rim. Oh, what a shot to take!
Oh my god.
And just like that,
Steph.
50 seconds.
Wait,
we're within 4.
Wait, that wasn't even Steph. Sorry, the angle's so bad.
Yeah, no, we're watching the
Watch
TV
this
and it's like
horrible.
sideways, guys.
That was not even Steph, but he just hit a fadeaway like
Dude,
3 guys on
double
him.
coverage, like. Yeah, that was wild.
I heard you reacting to his game.
I know.
You have to pull up a clip.
Yeah. You just hit this, like, me posting the clip of you dunking, and I never did that. And I was like, no, we were watching it, and it's like, yeah, we're going to throw that up right here. So cool. Look at that. Nice. And then there was just nothing there.
That even makes it better, though.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's just, we don't have the video because you can't dunk.
Yeah, actually, it was a joke because like it didn't happen.
Game, Arsenal.
Yeah.
It's never happened.
This guy raises his arms and he's just like this in the basket.
I could literally just grab a solid part of the net when
Yeah.
I'm just standing up.
No, literally, you could reach on your tippy toes, grab the net, and just pull yourself up.
Oh yeah,
Boom, right there
That's
every
a new
time.
move. I might have to try that.
Okay, is that legal? No, it's probably not. Yeah, you can't really pull yourself up on it before you get there.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, pretty good weekend. Went out Friday, woke up Saturday, got right back into it. Went out Saturday, woke up Sunday, got right back into it.
the weekend?
Chill by the pool. Dude, we went to the quarry
Oh,
on
we went to the
Saturday. That
quarry.
was so awesome. I enjoyed that a
Beautiful.
lot.
Oh yeah, it was really relaxing.
In the hammock, too. It was awesome.
Yeah, nice hammock.
Yeah, well,
I gotta
sorry I'm the
get
only one that
I
has
gotta
one.
get one.
At least I brought you guys something to, like, sit on.
Yeah, no.
No, because it was a dope spot. It was, like, this old quarry that's, like, dug out, you know. People dig out quarries to mine rock and minerals and stuff like that. And so what they've done is they've just pretty much opened it to the public and created like these hammocking areas and put rocks beside, and they've let it fill up with water. And so now it just sits there like a lake, and there's like huge ledges that you can jump off that I don't know if I'd be jumping off of, but I mean there's one that's at least 70 feet.
Yeah, there's one that's way up there.
I couldn't imagine. Like, these guys were sitting on the edge of it, and the water was, like, pretty cold. There were some guys that were jumping in, but, like, they were like, oh, wow, it's cold.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
No.
But, I mean, there was a guy sitting on the edge of that one cliff, and I was, like, getting pretty sketched out.
I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Do not want to be jumping into that.
Yeah. Quarry's pretty cool. What you got? This guy's drawing a blank.
Yeah, no, I wasn't able to go to the pool, played in a basketball tournament.
Oh, did you play in that yesterday?
Yeah, yeah.
Really? How'd that go?
Lost in the first round.
Low. You hate to hear that.
Yeah, you know, it happens. Friggin' Perry had work. Would have been nice to have.
No,
Perry's beast mode.
that's a valuable asset to
Yeah.
any team.
Perry's insane, but
So I mean, then it's just Trev, big guy down there,
it's just me, and everybody wants to
looking to put up some points.
throw me in the post, and then this guy on the other team is just like 5'5".
Is he nasty on you?
Yes. No, I didn't guard him. He's 5'5".
Yeah.
Way too fast for my big ass.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, the rest of the team was just throwing up mindless threes, like not even dishing it to you down low.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I got it a couple times. Scored a couple times.
Right.
Couple blocks,
No, I mean, you put it in your hands, you're gonna score.
Yeah.
Especially in this tournament league style thing where there's no real like.
No, nobody's like a freaking
Nope.
godly hooper or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I mean, if
there
anything,
but
people are gonna be as experienced as you or Perry.
yeah, exactly. No, yeah,
So I
absolutely.
mean, you'll be able to match their talent level. But I mean, everybody else is pretty much below the talent level and experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I mean, do you just not get past the ball?
Sometimes, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like I'm like 6'9", like 230.
Yeah, I mean, this guy can move the rock.
Yeah. And there's this like freaking 6'2", like 170 guy on me. Like I can move him.
Right. You just can't get the ball. Can't get the rock.
Don't get the ball.
All you got to do is turn around and place it in there.
Dude, what's funny is like my favorite thing. I hate being in the post. I'd rather be out there because, and I know it sounds crazy, but I can do it. I can play outside the wing.
I know. I've seen you shoot threes and stuff. But it just looks so funny when you do.
Oh, fuck, dude.
No, you've got such a great shot. Like that's not a roast on your shot form. I'm saying to see
the big guy
6'9" guy but outside the 3-point line.
out there looking like Shaquille O'Neal or
Yeah,
some shit.
and he's got like such a perfect shot, and it's so money. And I'm like, why? Like, what? Where did this guy get this? Like, you're only supposed to know how to go womp.
Dude, it was only like a year or two ago when I like actually learned how to dribble. Like,
Fucking cross people up.
yeah, before I learned how to make a move on somebody else.
Right.
It was like after my high school career. I don't play basketball often,
Yeah.
but it's fine. I'm glad I do it now. It's fun. But
I mean, you still got a shot at the NBA.
oh yeah, of course. Yeah, whenever that clicks.
Yeah.
In conversation with Adam Silver all the time.
No, I mean, you get really good in these rec leagues and stuff, and you play at your Y. And if you put 50 points up at the Y, there will be phone calls made.
Maybe depends on the way you're at. No, I've had people come up to me like that are on like local semi-pro teams.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like one guy, oh dude, we were walking around at the gun show, and this guy tried to recruit me. This guy who was selling guns was trying to recruit me to play for his community college.
No shit.
I was like, no thanks.
No, dude, I go to UTK, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
No.
I'm not dropping out of.
I'm gonna drop out, go back to community college, and pursue my basketball dreams.
It'd be fun because I feel like it's a community college.
It would be fun, and
But
you would
then I would
breeze
be like,
right through it. And you'd take
oh.
classes that you already took.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, now what?
Yeah, exactly. When you got to transfer from community college. Yeah,
Back
but
to
then you
UT.
get a full ride to UT.
Just go from community college to play on the Tennessee basketball team. That'd be
Yeah.
sick.
You get a full another 4 years. Pursue your masters and shit. You could totally do that.
I could totally do that. Then not use my masters. Sick.
That'd be so crazy. Think about like, is there? No, J.R. Smith's doing that.
J.R. Smith? Yeah, he's going
He
to
went
college
back
right
to
now.
college.
He's hooping.
Yeah, no, he's not hooping. He's playing golf.
He's playing golf. That's right.
Yeah, and it's not UNCG.
No, I literally saw a clip of him playing golf.
Dude, he's using his 1 year eligibility or something, 1 or 2 years, and he's playing collegiate golf. Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah. So I mean, what if you went through college, didn't initially get the college pick that you wanted to? Okay. You're going to go through and do 4 years and get a bachelor's degree. And then you're going to practice and expose yourself all 4 years of college in these small tournaments and stuff, or like basketball leagues or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get picked up by another college that is like, hey, come here and play basketball. Then you go there
Yeah.
after you graduate. You're like, yeah, I'll come to you guys, but give me a couple years. Or like, give me a semester or something, whenever they get in contact with you. And then you go there for a full ride and get like another degree, or like, pursue grad school, and you just play for them on a full ride.
Dude, that'd be sick.
Dude,
But
we just found the loophole.
the thing is, I don't think you can play that many years. Like, your eligibility sticks with you throughout wherever you go.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be an NCAA athlete those first 4 years. You would just be a student and just practice the hell, like,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
yeah, just hone all your skills, and then after you graduate, then move into like another school that's gonna like fund you for going.
Sick. I know what my son's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Imagine.
we'll pay for the initial degree, but you better be practicing every day.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I will move to my son's school and then be like, all right, we'll be out on the tee box 3:30 this afternoon.
Yup.
Yeah, we're going to play.
Oh, dude, that'd be.
And then you use like all the booster money that the school used to like recruit you to pay your old college loans. Because they'd be handing out like 50 grand a semester. It's like, hey, come here and we'll take care of you. And it's like, all right, well, I need this taken care of. And they'll be like, done.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to allergy season.
Shit. This is my favorite and also least favorite time of the year, just for that reason.
Yeah. I went out on my back porch to take some medicine, and there was a layer of pollen, very light layer of pollen on the chair that sits out there, and I was like, oh, God. And I went back inside and took some Claritin, and I forgot the past couple days, and now I'm paying the price. I feel like my head's like, getting all stopped up.
Nah.
It's always a terrible feeling.
It gets so bad here, too.
Yeah.
Like, it'll, like, develop, and then it'll rain, and it'll build up, and the freaking sewer area will just be freaking bright yellow. It's disgusting. It'll
The
build
sewer area?
Yeah, like where the freaking...
Oh, where the drains are?
Yeah, drains.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drains.
Oh. Dude, there was puddles. You'll get a puddle that stands after rain, and it's got like layers of pollen on it.
So bad, dude. It just...
I'd rather it rain and be on the ground than like, be dry and blowing off of our cars and off of the trees. At least the rain knocks it all down to the ground.
Exactly.
Yeah, you need that. But I mean, either way, there's no way to avoid it. You got to take Claritin. You got to take allergy medicine.
I do, yeah. Zyrtec, personally.
Yeah, really? What'd you say?
Zyrtec?
What?
Or Allegra. Allegra.
What?
Fuck you.
Allegra?
Allegra.
Oh, I didn't think they could hear you.
Allegra? Can you hear
I feel
me?
like we're whispering back and forth to each other. Sounds like
I hope not.
yell. Yell at me.
Just watch it back and the whole entire audio is just
No, the audio file is like is gonna be totally corrupted because I'm gonna be like taking very quiet audio and stretching it louder, and so it's gonna be like behind our voices. Yeah. No, yeah, that sucks sometimes. But these guys power through it because they're either gonna watch 7 minutes of our video or they're gonna watch the whole thing.
Yeah, there's no way you're doing.
There's no in between.
No. You either care for like 7 minutes, and you're like, oh, that was nice, or you're like, oh, I actually want to see this.
Yeah.
You're not gonna quit 30 minutes through.
Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about random bullshit. I'm not gonna waste anybody's time here.
Yeah, we're not talking about freaking Allegra.
Yeah, or pollen or something. You know, we're talking about real pressing world issues like Ukraine,
like gas prices,
like $8 gas prices, and not here, but
luckily,
yeah, in California. And I just cannot imagine. I was telling you this. I cannot imagine paying, like, handing over a $10 bill and getting 1 gallon of gas.
No, dude. You can't justify that.
So you're going to spend $20 on 2 gallons of gas?
No, I'm saying you just get a bike.
I have a bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a smart thing to have.
And then I'm just not going to be able to travel anywhere.
Yeah, no, once you get past like 5 miles, it's pretty fucked.
5 miles?
Hey, if you're willing to do it, you can do it.
I bike 10 minutes to school and I'm like, fuck this. Dude, I get off of that bike and I'm like standing there. I'm like, oh, this sucks. And then I walk to class. Yeah. No, oh man. It's an exercise for sure. Like, and you have to wake up earlier if you're gonna bike to school.
How's that?
Because when I have a class at 9:10 and I wake up at 8:50 and I throw joggers and a sweatshirt on and then I leave the house, I can stumble my way to class just mindlessly, kind of half asleep. But when I'm riding a bike and I'm pedaling up this hill and then I get to the top of the hill and I'm flying down in between traffic and like running red lights and trying not to get hit by cars and shit.
Yeah.
You're not asleep for that. You can't be asleep for that. You're going to have a bad time.
Yeah, but the difference is 20-minute walk versus 7-minute ride.
Yeah. You're right. But I mean, it was a judgment on my part, meaning like I have to wake up earlier. I've been pretty good about it, but like those Tuesdays and Thursdays, like, well, not really, because my classes are later. I guess I'll be like staying up really late for no reason on like a random Wednesday night or Tuesday night, and then I got 9 a.m. class on Wednesday, and I wake up like right before it, and I'm like, oh, here we go, and my blood isn't even pumping. I haven't even woken up. No food in me, not even some water most days. Normally just like a couple vitamins and a Zen. So I'm like rocking a hard buzz, and I'm like, all right, let's go bike. Let's go.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, no, that's what I did. That's what I did this morning, and it was also like really nice weather out when I left too. But like I still got to the building, and I was like, this sucks. Yeah, because I just rolled out of bed and got straight to it. It's a lot easier to get straight to drinking than get straight to biking, dude.
I can never do that.
Bro, I'm not kidding you. I rolled out of bed on Sunday, and it was like I looked at the freezer and I said, yeah, that's a good idea. And I opened the door up, grabbed the screwball nipper, and just downed it. And it hit me immediately.
Hey, screwball's not bad.
No, screwball isn't bad. It's a great morning treat. But that was probably when I woke up at like 11:30. And then like Max woke up at the same time. He was sleeping on my floor. No, don't know when he got back.
Yeah.
But he woke up like at the same time. And I was like, that was fucking weird. Cuz like I sat up and like I got out of bed and then he stood up and he was like, "What's happening?" And I had the screwball in my hand. I was like, "We're going to the pool."
Pool day, baby.
Yeah, dude, pool day. Yeah, that was awesome. And
So nice.
we went out and chilled in the sun until the clouds came out, and then we went and got Japanese, which was so good. And the language barrier in this Japanese. Have you ever like been to that? I'm not gonna name drop, but do you know the place that I went to? I posted on my story, I think.
Yeah.
Huge plate of sushi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, the one
Yeah, no,
Mike goes to.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've got this huge plate of sushi there, and that's not even where I'm trying to lead off the story. I just wanted to bring up how much sushi we ate. It was probably a plate this big, full.
Was it good stuff?
Dude, it was so good.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was so good. But I get there, and Max is like, we've been at the pool for a little bit. We started off the morning pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
And Max brings in his Yeti cup with lemonade in it, and I was like, "You probably can't bring that to the table." And he was like, "You don't think so?" And
No.
I was like, "Nah, probably not." He was like, "Yeah, you're right." And so he grabs my keys and goes back to the car, and the guy at the Japanese restaurant, he just happens to be Japanese and happens to not necessarily speak the cultured English that I speak. And in my current state, I was probably mumbling a little bit, and I was asking, is it okay if we get a booth?
Yeah.
And he didn't necessarily understand or respond to that first question, so I was like, follow-up question, do we have to sit at the bar to be able to drink?
Okay.
And he said, you want to sit at the bar? And I said, no. Do you mind if we get a booth? And he was like, you're going to drink at the bar? And I was like, no, I was asking if it's okay if we drink other places than the bar. And now his mind is a pretzel. I'm looking in this guy's eyes, and he is about to punch me in the mouth because I'm speaking nonsense to him.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you gotta know that when you go into a restaurant, probably can order from not the bar. Most times.
Yeah, well, I've never been to this place, and there was like a lot of hippie-looking people who weren't drinking alcohol at whatever mid-time of the afternoon this was on a Sunday. Yeah. And so I didn't really know the vibe. I'm not going to lie. I was out of my element. It's a place I've never been before, and I can't say that I was in the most, reasonable judgment state of mind.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm in there trying to break through the language barrier with this guy, and he's like getting pissed at me, calls over his other chick that wants to help out, and she's like, so you want to sit at the bar? And I was like, no. I was wondering if we could sit at a booth, and then I was wondering if it was okay that we drank but not at the bar, if that's cool. And she goes, yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, he'll take care of you. And then walks away. And I was like, great, so you came over here for nothing. You just completely wasted your time. And if I was your boss, I would have been like, what the fuck are you doing?
No.
Because that didn't achieve anything. She said, okay, he'll take care of you. And the guy looked at me with the same look on his face. And he's like, okay, so you want to sit at the bar? And I said, sure.
I was going to say, she probably relayed that information to him.
No, not at all.
Didn't.
Not at all.
Well.
No. And he goes, so you want to sit at the bar? And I was just like,
yes.
You know what, man? Sure. And then he set our stuff up there at the bar like we weren't supposed to be there. And like it was such an annoying thing for him to do his job. But our waitress was super nice. I don't know. This guy just set me off on the wrong foot. And then the food and the waitress totally turned it around.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good. So, but next time I won't even bring up alcohol. I'll just say, hey, can I get a booth? And then he'll be like, what's a booth?
No.
I mean, that's the look this guy looked at me like. I was like, I know, like, you know, you've been here for a while. You're in a business in America. You know what I'm saying, guy.
You know what a booth is?
You know what a booth is. You work at a restaurant. Yeah. But we've come up with a new type of site. Am I sitting weird? Is this weird?
Wow, dude. You're gonna get caught lacking half the video.
Caught lacking for 20 minutes in a weird sitting position. Do not give a fuck. Fucking Instagram it, tweet it, do whatever you want. We've come up with a kind of new segment here. See, guys, there's nothing to talk about really because like the world is so political right now. There's nothing great going on other than the stock market.
Yeah, today.
Yeah.
So it does tomorrow. Hoping for good things.
Hoping for good things.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Well, actually, the whole stock market went to shit today. But oil went crazy, and Bed Bath and Body Works, Bed Bath and Beyond.
Bed Bath and Beyond, or
no, I think
Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. I think that's what it was. And dude, I mean, I think I saw somewhere somebody said it went 80%.
Damn.
Like in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what's up there. But we're kind of doing a new thing. Instead of us both sending videos where we know what they are. We're going to do...
You just saw a little preview of
yeah, I didn't know what Trev's was, and then I scrolled down and like in the messages it shows like a screenshot of like what. Oh my god. Alright, so we're going to show a video that one of my fraternity brothers sent when I was like, hey guys, y'all got any funny videos you want me to watch like on the Kickback? And so I got sent this one and I watched like a clip of it and then I was like, this seems like it might turn out okay. Let's see how this goes. But we're gonna open it real quick, watch it, and I'll throw it up on here, but let's make sure we'll keep the volume like halfway. Let's see about this.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your
Hang on. That's so relatable, bro.
No, it's not.
Hang on. Think about this. You ever had water from one of those triangle cups?
Yeah.
When is the time that you've had water from one of the triangle cups?
At the gym.
When you're sweating your ass off.
Yeah.
And when you get it out of that water cooler and it's in that paper triangle cup and you drink it, it tastes like nothing else. And I'm going to be honest. I've been to the point where I'm so hungry and thirsty, whether it's after working out, you know, doing working out and like the drills outside and shit.
Yeah.
It's like you grab one of those and I'm like, I could eat this.
No.
I could eat this cup.
Protein.
Look at the way his buddy looks at him, bro. Oh, hell no. He said, what are you doing? Oh!
He said, what?
What just happened, bro? Okay. That one was pretty mid. Hey, you want to do mine or yours first?
You go.
We don't know what we're sending here. All right, so I'll go.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, you go.
All right. So I just was scrolling and I was like, this is funny. I figured Trev would have another one to come up with that was better than mine. So, I mean, I just took one in the knee here because this is pretty funny. It's pretty short. I mean, I don't know how we're going to go off of this, but I'll start it. Those are like full-grown frogs or something, bro.
Yo, those are like full-grown tadpoles, I think.
Yes, dude.
That's hilarious.
POV, your balls.
Your balls. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's good.
Live on BBC. Oh, that's funny, dude.
And here you can see an accurate representation of the human testicles inside. Ram it.
Too political.
Oh, man. Alright, we'll exit out of that one, too. Alright. Oh, my God.
Oh, this one. Dude, I saw this one like last week.
So that's not Kodak Black?
It is. It's Kodak Black.
Yeah, that is Kodak Black.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, so his name is Kill Bill.
I don't think so.
On TikTok, it says Kill Bill on
When I watched
TikTok.
it, it was his verified account. Just
Okay, all right. I just want to say, I see Kodak Black, and I watched the Steve Will Do It video
with him.
where he gave him a donk, and it's like a lowrider car with huge rims, and they call it a vert for like convertible.
Okay.
And dude, it's literally totally remade. The dash is custom, the seats, the console, and you've got your steering wheel and your gauge cluster and your gear shift here, and then there's a speaker this big next to the gauge cluster, another speaker this big, and then the other side it's like boom, boom, boom. Speakers all around the car, and it's like a drop top. Dude, he got hooked up, and like Steve gave him the car.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
And you could
sick.
tell Kodak was like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Nice.
Yeah. Like, he didn't know how to act, bro. He was just like, looking around like, what do I do? He was eating a Pop-Tart, bro. I was like, dude, this guy sits in a I don't know if it's brand new, but it's like an LS old Chevy Malibu, with all these kits and stuff. And he sits in the driver's seats and put his strawberry Pop-Tarts between his lap, and he's like eating them while he's in there and shit. And Steve's just like, I'm figuring Steve's cool with it, but I would be like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing?
Kodak is so like stupid, but like he's hilarious.
That's what I gathered from the video. I was like, who is this guy?
There's so many videos that are so fun, but it's just so dumb.
Yeah. No, I mean, you could tell he like genuinely appreciated it. It's
Yeah.
just he didn't know how to act, But like, it sucks that he got shot by he got shot. You remember that?
Is that this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like recently.
Yeah, it was recent.
Kodak got shot, and like in the video, he's like kind of limping around, recovering from his gunshot.
Outside of like Justin Bieber's party, which
Yeah.
is so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the headline I read. Outside of Justin Bieber's party.
That's so weird. And then I remember like 2 days later he was at like the Super Bowl or something. Or I think he was like out in the public, like he just didn't get shot on camera.
Bro, from the way he was acting in that video, he got shot. Like this guy can't walk, bro.
Yeah. Like 2 days later he was out in the public.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
In a wheelchair or something? I don't know. I didn't see him. All right. When she says she likes buff guys.
When she says
It's funny because he's just not buff.
No, he's not muscular, I
No.
wouldn't say. I'm not trying to shit on you, Kodak. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to say, like, before posting this video, he said gains. Okay. I mean, if he's been in the gym, if he's been in rehab, if he's been lifting some weights, yeah,
Dude,
man.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think about this, but he has lost a lot of weight from what he used to be.
Really?
Look like, yeah.
See, I'm only recently familiar with Kodak and how he looks.
No, he used to be bigger than that for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Damn. I feel bad.
Kodak, this is an apology.
I'm sorry, I'm shitting on your hard work.
Yeah, go ahead and give him a formal one.
I'm so sorry.
I thought you were getting fat, but you're actually getting skinny.
Sorry that you're doing the right thing. Don't go back to jail.
Don't go back to jail.
For the 5th time.
That would just, we like your music when you're out of jail.
Exactly.
Your music's so good because it's new and getting released.
Exactly.
And it's not when you're in jail. So, keep feeling peachy, keep getting them gains. And, honestly, if she says she likes buff guys, don't even go for it. She's not even your type, man. Because that's just a chick focused on, like, the exterior stuff. She's not wanting you for your personality, Kodak Black. Kodak, you got to get a chick that knows your personality better than how buff you are. Because you're a stud.
100%.
You're a stud. There's no doubt.
No doubt.
But we're just saying, don't look for a chick that's into the stud you are. Look for a chick that's into how emotionally stable you are. And, like, the good business practices and good future you've set up for yourself.
Exactly. That's what you've done.
That's just my take on it. You've got a lot more to be valuing yourself for than just your games. Like, look at that gold chain. And your hair looks crazy good. All right. I'm going to quit blowing Kodak Black, but I mean, he's got a lot going. He doesn't have to worry about these hoes.
He doesn't have to worry about who does and doesn't like buff guys.
I mean,
he's got better things going for him.
When are we going to get these guys on a track going like, she care about my feelings. She don't want my Malibu. She care about my feelings. Like,
singing about some real shit.
Lay me down a track, bro. Like, put me down a beat. Let me go on. I'll just take some other rapper's style.
Young Scotty on the work.
Yeah. And I'm going to rap about feelings and, like, true human connections, Like, what it actually means. Not just her being into your buff gains, Kodak, and your gold chains.
Buff gains and gold chains.
Don't steal that, Kodak. Or J. Cole, because I know he's eyeing that.
You just know that's something that would come out of his mouth.
Yeah, bro. Buff chain. No, buff chains. He said big gains. Wait, what am I saying? Big gains, big chains. That's definitely a Cole line. Huge gains, big chains, and then but with like a lot more flow and like lyricism to it.
Probably sick beat behind it.
Mm-hmm.
I wish.
Yeah. I honestly just, it's been a week. I'm thinking like more of the weekend than the last week.
Yeah.
That's what I'm having a problem with getting around.
Thinking about the week.
I'm thinking about the week and not the weekend. I know, I'm thinking about the weekend, not the week. This is just like, I don't want it to be like 40 minutes of us blabbering, but I mean, I'm going to post this up anyway because like some of you will watch it because I mean, it's fucking like, it's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny.
And it's just because you're like, damn, these guys are stupid. But yeah, maybe we should start going into this with a better plan and like what we're going to talk about. I had a few ideas that I'm, kind of blanking on at the moment. But I guess we could just wrap it up early. Maybe next week come at you with a little bit different segmented plans because just like I said in before videos, we're growing.
Yeah, learning lessons every day.
We're growing every week. We only, we do this a few more times a week, but we only do this one time a week.
Yeah.
So we get to learn each time. And it took us 3 episodes to realize we need a lesson plan.
Yeah.
We need
you need something.
We need talking points.
Yeah, you need talking points, and then those talking points, they'll branch off into side conversations, and then boom, once you out of that, boom, next talking point. Smart.
I'm actually gonna edit that out because that was like too good information.
You'll be handing that out for free.
Yeah, no, dude, that's somebody's gotta like Venmo me $10.99 now.
Like, what's your plan? Here you go.
Here you go. Yeah. No, but that is like the general footprint for speaking and doing any sort of show type deal. You just let it go where it needs to go, and that's the whole premise of it.
Sometimes you won't need the whole thing at all. You know, you can get it done with things and roll the whole way
and roll into it. But yeah, I mean, we've got. Guys, let us know in the comments if you made it this far what y'all think of Nick's sports episode, dude. And he called the UNC game.
UNC Duke upset.
The UNC Duke upset
Coach
was
K's
so
last
big,
game.
and he called that. He called that on Kickback Sports. You gotta go check it out. This week's episode will be up Wednesday evening. This episode comes out on Tuesday evenings. Go check out Kickback Esports with Jackson doing his first official video on the channel. He's actually got Kickback Esports highlights channel where he actually posted an introductory video in there that I thought was pretty good, and he's going to be keeping updates with like highlights of gameplay, highlights of the show that he does on the main channel. So definitely go check that out, and the Kickback Sports, and then be waiting for
Kickback Trades, baby.
Kickback Trades is going to be huge. I'm so pumped for this week, this upcoming week on the stock market, and this week's episode. You know,
all good things.
Yeah, all good things. I think next time I'm gonna like drink a Monster or coffee like halfway through the day, so I can have it be hitting me around this time.
Yeah.
Even though it's pretty late, I feel like I need to be a little bit more upbeat and talkative.
No, I feel the same way. I feel like I need to be more talkative.
Yeah, just cut me off. I get on rants. I talk for a while.
Yeah, that's okay.
But like, no, dude, because when I talk, when I open my mouth, the words just keep coming, and I have to be like, okay, you're done. Just like cut me off when you want to say something.
I got you. It's all a learning process.
Mm-hmm.
But I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah, you're gonna have good ones and you're gonna have bad ones, and even some people are gonna like the bad ones just because it's just literally the bad ones are the raw form.
Yeah, dude, it is what it is.
Just us being like, oh, okay, I don't know what's happening, but
I was looking at the first one you did here, like
last semester. Yeah,
and we had like a printer right here.
We did, dude.
There was just paper everywhere.
Yeah.
We're just like,
dude, we were struggling.
Yeah, dude, it was tough.
But no, we've come a long way.
Oh yeah.
In terms of even production and stuff, but we've also come a long way in terms of our plans with the channel, how we're conducting ourselves throughout the episode, stuff like that. So, you can only grow. If you're not growing, you're dying.
Damn right.
Yeah. But guys, thank you for tuning in. If you made it this far, let us know in the comments what you guys thought of the episode, what you guys think of us doing videos where we don't exactly know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, the Kodak one, it kind of, dude, I was expecting like to just cry laughing, but it's just like that made me kind of uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie.
It's weird.
Yeah, I felt like I don't know what's happening to me, but Kodak is just so sexy. I cannot control my emotions right now.
Exactly.
He's still in the chat right now, just staring at us. I've been looking at this fucking.
Oh my!
Let me screenshot that. Let me screenshot that real quick. Let me just move this.
Oh my goodness!
I have to throw this up right now. This is what I'm looking at right here.
Hopefully something goes up there.
Yeah, hopefully something goes up there. I'll remember it. Yeah, guys, thank you for tuning in. Wait for Kickback Sports on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. Wait for Kickback Esports on Thursday and Kickback Trades on Friday. Let's fucking go, dude.
Hell yeah.
I'm so pumped. Got another full week of content coming at you. Probably some stuff over the weekend. Got some warm, nice, sunny days coming ahead after this, probably, between this rain and everything. So I'll be making my pool time whenever I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to go fishing?
I'm down to go fishing.
We're going to go fishing.
Yeah. All right, guys. God bless. Godspeed. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya.